Yeah. Come on. Welcome.
Good evening. Sean Higgs coming at you here. It's Look Ahead Lines Sunday night. It's New Year's Eve. Doesn't make a difference. It's Sunday. Still a week of football left. NFL Week 18 lies ahead. This game almost at the half. I'll get to we saw some comments in here early. Eric says, put in all the above option for the poll. The poll is on the winner free pick page. Nick Nasty, NFL told me a new one today. Well, no, Nick. Nola money line, good day. I was hoping for Tampa. I got that Tampa South ticket. Eric says, Happy New Year, everybody. Team money in the house, poll frauds, all the above. You like that? Everybody likes the poll frauds. Green Bay win. Little nickel on picks of parlays contest. There you go. You hit the contest on PMP. Huh? Excellent, Team Money. Excellent. Let me pull Team Money out of here, and then we'll get to the comments. Mr. Sean Higgs on the Twitter world recapping today. You know what? I don't even know. I don't even know how my college basketball did today. I didn't even look. To see how I did. I had Fort Wayne laying 14.5. That was a winner. Then I had Lindenwood. What did they end up doing? They end up losing by 10. Excellent. Yeah, good job, Lindenwood. Continuing my excellent run of a 500 day. I gotta have to say, NFL today for me, for the week I should say, 5 at 5. KC under winner, Browns winner, Ravens winner, Rams over, Denver winner. Loser on Dallas in the over, Carolina +9 by the way, and then Seattle and the Colts go down. The funny thing is, so my 4 late ads: Denver, Seattle, Colts, and the Green Bay over 46 can very well go 1-3. So that's the difference from going 4-2 and 1-3, having another 500 week. Well, that's baseball, Susan. Let's get to it. Dallas Cowboys. Your first place, Dallas Cowboys. How about, real fast, Eagles losing to Arizona? I was told the Eagles were awesome. I don't know if my guy Mike Pod is going to pop in on the live show today. He might be out. I don't know if he'd be out partnering. There'll be a lot of upset people in Philly, but I got hit to this one for no way Arizona Cardinals could win.
Oink, oink.
Hey, everybody, look. It's the flying pig.
Oink, oink. Hello, everybody. Whee!
Arizona, taking care of business. Beat the Cowboys. At home, at least, they beat the Cowboys. Beating the Phillies on the road. Dallas 13.5-point favorites here over your Washington Commanders. Not the Redskins. We like the Redskins. That's a good name. Commanders, Commies, not so good. I've zero thought on this game. What? Maybe take the plays of Washington? We're really gonna run to Dallas? And I saw a nice little thing for it's rigged. It's rigged. The NFL. Oh, they're cheating for the Cowboys. Apparently, there should have been a tripping call called on Detroit instead of the Dallas Cowboys. Game over. Dallas wins. I told you it was fixed. It was fixed for Detroit to cover. Yeah, jackals. Stop saying that. This game here. Fraud department alert. Can you go on the road and win, Dallas? Lock up the division? You can't see it. It's behind my chair. My Randy White mini helmet, signed. I don't want to leave with Dallas. I'll tell you what I already grabbed. Some Rams here at a 2.5. It's a 3.5. I got 2.5. I know both teams are basically in. I'm hoping for a Carson Wentz sighting here for the Rams to come in and take care of business. How about Rams-Detroit playoff matchup? Goff and Stats Padford teeing off against each other? Oh, the humanity. Give me the Rams. I think San Fran here, a total. I don't say total takeoff. I maybe McCaffrey plays a half, maybe. How many TDs does he have? Maybe for some kind of stat. I don't know if I really want to risk him. Is he going to get some kind of incentive as opposed to a personal incentive? Is he the MVP? Lamar threw 5 touchdowns today. Again, I'm only taking the Rams. Any points I get with the Rams, sign me up, LA. Sign me up on LA. Buffalo and Miami. Give me the Bills here. Give me the Bills. I'll even add it to the chat here. Bills. We'll pay the Bills with Buffalo. I said I thought this team is the dangerous team coming into play here. I have them -2, -1.5. I'm seeing 3s now with Buffalo. 2 are banged up. This team's in trouble. Miami. Ravens, good. Listen, day was okay record-wise, but the Raven game to me, thank you, Ravens. Falcons, 3.5 points here. 2. I'm seeing who's got a 4.5 up? What is that about? We're a 4.5 in Vegas? All right. Hey, listen. And the totals dropped here to 41.5. These were from obviously a couple hours ago when the line started to pop up. And I like the land today, right? I went on. I said it in here in the free pick show. Midday money. Take the Falcons. I went on pub with Jimmy the Bag, and I was like, forget about it. And Chicago looks like the play here. The line comes down. I don't know. Give us Atlanta. Did not get there. Do I want to lay a 4 with the Saints, though? I don't know. It's Sunday. You got time if you want to get involved in Week 17 NFL. Eagles. This was a 7. It was down to a 6.5. Now I'm seeing a 5 in this game. I knew I should have grabbed a 7. My mom came over today. We were having some. It was a nice. My brother flew back with his girls today. So my mom came by. Let's come back. We just do kind of like snacks, appetizer stuff. We had some potato skins. Of course, we do buffalo chicken dip. We had some nice pigs in a blanket. Who doesn't love little mini wieners wrapped in dough? And I should have jumped on to the 7. I'll tell you what. I'm going to grab the Giants right now, +6 on some of these places here. I'm grabbing the Giants. Should have grabbed that 7. Why did I? That's what happens. You wait, you lose a decent number. It hurts sometimes. It hurts. So Philly, and I've said this a few times, and even the Philly fans, you have to, and you guys are, man, you're in your own little atmosphere, Philly fans. It's our year. I enjoy. I appreciate it. It's quite frightening though sometimes. You've been playing with fire the entire season, winning games, and yeah, that's what good teams do. You find ways to win. I understand. I understand to find a way to win. Sure. If you didn't think you're going to get picked off eventually, I mean, the Jets got you in a good spot. You were on the road. West Coast game, come back. I get it. We like the Jets there. The Buffalo game, you should have lost that one. You pull out a win. Again, good teams win. Great teams cover, right? I mean, you were doing it. You were getting it done. I understand. Kansas City, pull out a win. Maybe should have been a loss. Dallas game, pull out a win at home. Dallas, we saw Dallas do the same thing in Miami. So you know what you're kind of getting out of that squad. Sign me up, Giants, and the points here. Giants playing with a little spark. And I would like this game either way, no matter what happened here with Philly. I'm not running back Philly off a loss. They'll do to win here. They're coming off a loss. Give me the G-men here. Give me the G-men. Sorry, Philly. The Brownies, Cleveland, 3.5 and a 36.5. I'm seeing a 40. Oh yeah, this was a 36.5, by the way. It's a 40. and a 4.5 now. Even a 5. We'll keep it at 4.5. So you look at this one as a team's kind of wrapped up in a spot, right? What are you playing for here? Cleveland can't really move up in a ranking playoff positioning. You got your 11 wins. You're gonna be sitting people out. Since he's still alive at 8-8. I mean, Pittsburgh's 9-7. Jags, Colts, Houston, all 9-7. I guess you're still alive. Denver's 8-8. Are the slim pickings? We'll talk about it. I mean, I wasn't glued to the NFL.com, ESPN, CBS Sports, whatever you watch. I wasn't, and I haven't been. I was watching a little Las Vegas just now. Las Vegas Marathon. I put the TiVo on to whatever that's called, DVRing, to zap them all. I enjoy that, and I forget every year that they have the marathon. Then I was flipping back and forth to Reacher was on, although Tom Cruise is Jack Reacher when you see the new Reacher Amazon. And then, of course, I was watching a little bit of football, but I was not jumping into playoff scenarios. I could probably say under here, though. But on the flip side of that, are they going to bench Flacco and say, sit this one out, get healthy? I think he plays. I understand you're locked in a spot, but the guy's played 6 games all year. I want a part of me wants to take the points here with Cleveland. The Bears. So this was a 1.5 and a 44. Green Bay playing now. Nice little lead for them. Maybe I have a shot with my over here at 23-3. Maybe I'm alive here for a little over. We'll see. We need something. Will we get the Nick Mullins show? I know I'll get another touchdown out of Green Bay for my 46. So that gets me to 30. Can I get 2 scores out of 2 touchdowns? Okay. We need a 20 piece here. Can I get 3 TDs in the second half? So the Bears. Congratulations. First pick in the draft. Yeah, everybody wants Caleb Williams. Oakley Dokley, as our guy Ned Flanders says. I called him Ned Sanders. It's Flanders. Again, here we come with a team in Green Bay. Are they even alive at 7-8? The Rams are in. We have 2, 4, 5. Dallas, Philly, Rams, San Fran. Detroit's a lock. We're going to get somebody out of the South. This is obviously a big game here. Green Bay, Minnesota. We'll go to 8-8. Tampa, New Orleans, 8-8. Seattle, 8-8. Do the Pack get it done? I want to say that even if they're out of it, Pack at home, will they play? They're going to win this game. Do you want to finish the season 8-9? Or do you want to go 9-8? Have a winning record. Where the Bears are going to be 7-10 or 8-9. I would lean Pack. Again, Friday night I'll be with Tooch and Ant on the Bear Room Network talking or Bar Room for Bear Talk. I don't know there. Seattle, a 3 and a 46.5. I got to tell you here, this Arizona win. I had a under 3.5 ticket for was really juiced up odds. So that one really, obviously, I'm not happy. Cover the game? Sure. Why can't you cover? Now I'm in a spot. I have an under 4.5. juiced. I'm only 185 on that 4.5. Um, like I said, do I feel confident with Seattle here? Just see, Pete, what are you doing? What are you doing? That's another. I had Seattle say, "What are we doing here, Pete? Maybe you're getting a little old there, fella. Maybe it's time to hang him up." It's must win. I mean, they're going to win. It's a huge win for me. I need a Seattle win here. Pittsburgh. Little doggy here at 2. This was. I'm sorry. Pittsburgh is a 3-point. That's not right. That can't be right. Pittsburgh is a 3-point favorite now. I had Pittsburgh at 2 and at 4. They're a 4-point. They're a 3-point favorite right now. I gotta go to a. Holy cow! I'll tell you what. At a +4, I might have to come back in on the Ravens. I said about Harbaugh today. This is the guy. He doesn't. That guy runs it up at preseason. He does not care. There'll be no letdown spot. Do they want? What are we doing here with Pittsburgh? Are you kidding me? A favorite on the road? Oh boy. We'll talk about that in a minute. We'll talk about it. We'll go back over these. Texans sitting at it was a 1 and a 46. It is currently a 48 now, the over. Houston, not a bad outing today, right? Someone had said taking a under interception prop today in the chat. We're doing a live show and we're talking about player props. Says, hey, what about under interceptions for Stroud? I said, you know what? I said, I really don't like it. I know he's had a great year not throwing picks. And will they protect him a bit? He's, coming back. He's been out for what? Didn't he take a week off? Didn't play for 2 weeks. Do I really want him to come in and take an under interception prop? Well, no interception. Nice crisp game. 16 out of 20. Good showing there for the Colts. The Texans, rather. Colts, get it done. Thank you for blowing that at a 3.5 Indy. Appreciate the losing effort there. TD, comes in. Garbage time touchdown. Thanks very much for that one. Again, do I lean home team here? I think we have to go over based on the play of the Colts defense. They're going to let you hang around, and they're going to score some points. Kind of like the over there. The Jets and New England. 1.5. I like this is a 33. This was 38. This was a 38. What the heck? $30. It's New England for me. The Jets, you have one team with a coach who, losing season or not, whatever you want to say about Belichick, I think even hasn't been good there of late. You got to tell me the players respect him a little more than the guy in New York. So I'm gonna put a little lean out here on the Patriots. Jaguars 3 and a 41. I'm seeing 3.5 and a 40 here against Tennessee. Yeah, the Jags hurt me today. I'm taking the Titans at home. Titans at home. I don't have anything to do with the Jaguars in a must-win game. You see Tennessee fighting today? I mean, Tennessee 26-3 bad today, right? Just said that. See them fighting today? At home, again, I don't have their schedule right in front of me. I believe they have a couple OT losses. Did they beat the Chargers late or lose Chargers? They're in it at home. On the road is one thing. At home, I think Tennessee's the play here. Broncos 1.37.5 has the Raiders are now a 3. And is this based on Vegas putting up a little late fight here? I'm not buying Vegas. No, thank you. Now, we could say whatever we want about Denver winning 16-9. One they covered. Super. Even as 37.5 as a total, I don't want to. It's easy to come in the way O'Connell plays, and we saw Stidham think under. I'm gonna avoid it because you get some turnovers, and this could get ugly in a hurry. And you're in the 40s based on pick six. We saw. I mean, they got 2 off of Mahomes, and again, that is the anomaly, and just that's a great bonus, to add on. Right, Dallas was doing that early, run up scores. But the Raiders are doing it and scoring 20 points because they can't do anything. Dallas gets defensive touchdown and they're putting 40 on the board. Raiders still can't score for me. I don't care. He scored 10 points in the fourth quarter here against the team of the Colts that give up points at home. Denver's defense going back 2 months now they were averaging like giving up 16 points a game. I'll lean Broncos money line in this one. Minnesota, this one here, it's a 3.44. Do we have a shot at Detroit leapfrogging into the 2 spot? Going 12-5? Can Dallas and Philly both lose? I think the play here would be Detroit first half. My Vikings are getting smoked today. Is there some kind of miracle comeback? Great for my over, but let's be honest. Hopefully this game is 33-13, and I'll end up with a push. I'll be grateful for. Do they go back to Nick Mullins next week? And then that's over, right? You'd have to think the Lions are just a first half kind of play. Play some guys. You got a game the next week, right? They're not having a bye week. They're in the playoffs. They got a game up next. First half action here on Detroit when these lines start coming up. First half action. Tampa Bay, my Bucks let me down. Oh yeah, Tampa. What are you doing to me here? A 5.5 and a 37.5 right now against Carolina. I think I'd want to probably go just under the total here in this matchup. Carolina dead in the water day. What a terrible performance. I was all over them. Listen, +9 is one thing. The line comes totally down. Now it came down with the Denver. I jumped on Denver at that point. I wasn't going off a 9 down to a 4. Was I a little worried? I figured, hey, you know what? I'm okay here. I'm 9. I still get a even with the quarterback change, I could still maybe get a backdoor here. I don't like betting against quarterback changes. What is up with this Addington? Are you kidding me? Terrible performance. And Carolina had, and this is part of why I like Carolina today. Even when it came down, again, I said money line today on the show. 33-30. Found some offense. 9-7. You won a game. All right, 26-8 loser. 21-18, 17-10, 16-13, 15-13, even 27-13. I'm in there when I'm getting a good number. I didn't think the Jaguars or Miami or Detroit going to drop 40 on these guys. They had one possession games, 21-13, 2017, 24-10. You're in it where the defense kept you in it. Was I thinking a total shutout, 26-0 today? Pack it in. That's over. Tampa Bay are nothing for me in this matchup. Chiefs 1.5 and there was no total posted apparently when I wrote it. Now it's 1.5 and a 35.5 versus the Chargers. Chiefs have wrapped it up. again for me here, this would be maybe a first half on KC. First half only. They'll be playing next week, right? Who KC's what? They're the third. Actually, they're not the third division winner because that South is so bad. I'm not sure who the matchups are. I wish I had a matchup screen. I do not have that in front of me. Let's see how everybody's doing in the chat, though. Let's get to the chat where we were. All right, there's Team Money win a contest. Our guy Dave's has best day of my life. The only loser were the Rams. Excellent, David. Good job. Good job. Happy New Year to you. Crystal says, Happy New Year, everyone. Good to see you, Crystal. Happy New Year. Team Money says, can Arizona State win? They're down 4. Shake my head ridiculous. Anything special for tomorrow with those beautiful bowl games? Bowl games. I gave out the bowl games today in the midday money. I said I like the over Michigan, under Washington. And the other matchups in the bowls, I mean, what do we got here? Wisconsin, LSU, ReliaQuest Bowl. No, thank you. I do like Tennessee. Just I don't think there's really a quarterback downgrade there. And I'll lean over in the Oregon Liberty game. That's it. Out of Bulls. T-Money says, nice day. I've been getting my head cracked. Well, that's what happens when you take plus 800 underdogs and you don't take Arizona. You know? And that's, for me, NFL December has been tough. I'm 5-5 today, or for the week. Green Bay looks like a loser here on the over. I'm not complaining about 55%. I know people think that's bad. I'm happy with it. But I take a dog, it loses. I take a favorite, it loses. It's an interesting matchup, or not an interesting matchup. It's interesting. It happens sometimes. What are you going to do? Marie says Dolphins plus 150 versus the Bills. Absolutely not. I know Baltimore just absolutely blitzed Miami today. And I've said Baltimore, San Fran, Super Bowl since November. I've been talking about that. But Buffalo is the danger team here. They're kind of feeling, forget about not covering 14 today against New England. They're worrying about New England. They were going to beat New England, play down in New England. That's fine. New England, that's a big Super Bowl type game for them against Buffalo. This is the game Bills are waiting for. They win this, they get the division. This is the game. No matter how bad they look during the year, bad losses, heartbreaking kind of stuff. Kansas City should have won that game. Should have won Philly. Division champs should win Sunday. T-Mine says, today we almost had a ton of upsets. I was on the Pats in Arizona. Always beating the best teams. Those teams like the Panthers. Arizona, I mean, I think we said to take Arizona today in the points. Like, why do we want to lay 12, 13 points with Philly, who lets teams hang around? I was not expecting a total upset outright. No way. Not at all. Maurice says, Bills should not make the playoffs plus 250. That looks like a loser to me, Maurice. Tim Earl, Happy New Year, Tim. Tim, I sent you a link yesterday to come into the 500th episode. Where were you? Sent it to you and your brother. Episode 500, you didn't come in. Thank you. T-Money, I'm a wild man. I am. Bills money line for sure. Yes. T-Money, why the heck were the Vikings the favorite? I thought this was a trap game. Go Green Bay. It is always too obvious to take the Broncos. Raiders offense is so bad. You'll be the QB next week. I don't know if this was a trap game. How is this a trap game? Vikings were favored. And I took the over 46 because I thought I had Nick Mullins in here chucking the ball against a bad Green Bay defense. They pull the old okey doke switcheroo, throw in a rookie QB, and it's 23-3 at the half. And tell me this missed extra points I could come back and bite me in my giant ass. Yeah, it will. My big 44 waist butt. Eric says Bills fit the old worst record team as a favorite. Bears was today. This was the Bears game to me. And we were huge on the Bears last week against Arizona. And I was like, Atlanta, dome team, New Year's Eve, bad. Loser. That line comes down. Who's paying Atlanta +3? Well, this moron was apparently, because that was just a bad game. Daniel's in the house. All the best for 2024. Circumcision TV. I love it. That's got to be a wild TV channel. Daniel, good to see you. Thanks for popping in. T-Money, what in the world do you mean about his worst record as a favorite? Bills, it's a good team, but they can't cover games. Randy says, I bet the Packers first half of game. Thank you for the pick. Yes, sirree, Bob Packaroonies. Davis is showing if that guy doesn't run that pump back for the Giants, hit every game with the spread. It was almost like a dream. It was unreal. All right. Let's not complain about one game. I mean, don't come in saying you go 15-1 in a parlay and don't make any money. You had a winning day. I get it. You want that awesome day. It's still a super day. Still a super day. When Markel says, hello, brutal. Michael's in the house. Good evening. Eric says, if a team with the worst record in a matchup but is the favorite, is always an auto play for me. I've done extremely well betting that. Oh, I thought you were talking about a team with the record, meaning ATS number, that they had a bad. That's what we're talking about. Their bad ATS number. I didn't know you were talking about straight up records as dogs. Team, I was thinking the Eagles, Sean, but I can't blame you for falling for my sad sack of crud Giants. I didn't. I had the over in that game. It looked really easy to take the Rams, but the Giants, it's the same thing. I get a backup quarterback who's taking teams to playoff and it's got starts. I'm going with I'm taking that. I like that spot. That's not a gimme spot for the Rams. As good as well as the Rams have been playing. Take the over. Got your giant hoodie on. Michael B says, weird day. Morning NFL stunk. KC under. Second half under. Broncos game got me even. 1-0 in the NBA. 1-0 in college hoop. Up for the day about $45. Take the $45, Mike. I don't understand. People will come and be like, oh, that's, whatever. I don't. Any kind of winning day is a winning day. I have to tell you, it's hard enough getting somebody to hit a like button for absolutely free. Tell somebody, they say that's not a good day when you win $15 when you go 2-2 in baseball. And if you just spend $100 a game and you take some dogs, oh, that's a terrible day. Yeah, no one will send me $15. They won't hit a like button for free. Like someone will say this is a bad day. Oh, $45, what's that? But they won't send you $45. Strange. Eric, not all of us Eagle fans, we have not had a good week all season. Yeah, they've been a team that's won, but haven't looked good all season. Michael says, I'm looking at the second half under Green Bay Vikings game. Yeah, why wouldn't you? I mean, Viking offense looks terrible. And unless they pump in a Nick Mullins, maybe he comes in and throws the ball around. I don't know what you're getting out of this kid. T-Money, what's the number, Mike B? We need some numbers. I hit the under 6.5 Viking team total over plus 118. A little Higgs under special. I told you I wasn't a big fan out of Vikings this year. Me, Ross, and Jesse were doing a show back in August. I'm like, everything went right for them last year. Much like the Eagles this season. They're just winning all the games. Fumble. I got the fumble. So last year, everything went right for Minnesota. This year, let's go out of the gate. Like the Eagles game, fumbling. They had like 5 fumbles inside the red zone in the first couple games. What is that about? That was not a team. Again, maybe I'm a little biased because I sort of was on Green Bay. I like Love. I said I thought this team would take the step forward here. Everybody was on the Lions. I just went Green Bay just to go opposite of all the Lion talk. But Minnesota was not it for me. Back it up, Vince podcast. Follow my guy here. How about Vince today? Ouch. I'm hearing Bill's favorite already minded. Yes, they are. Well, I think that's because you got some injuries. Chubb is done for the season, I think. Tua is banged up. Yeah. And what happened here? Minnesota. I know you don't kick a field goal when you're down 20 points, but when you put the points on the board, killing the over. Thank you. It's fixed, this game. It's fixed. That's a joke. Somebody's going to take that out of context, thinking I'm one of those clowns who say that kind of nonsense. Tua says, any halftime looks for the game? Way past there. That was 20 minutes ago. I don't grab the halftimes. T-Money, Vikings, lucky they scored 10 points. They look defeated, and Green Bay called blitz plays. It's going outside. They should. They should. Pad those defensive numbers. But put up some more offense, please. Come on. I can't get a garbage. I mean, Moneyline Markel, honestly, the teams that clinch, do they care about the last week of the season? A team like San Fran who has a bye week. Again, any team, and this is just the way I look at it. I'm assuming you're going to play starters for about a half, right? Because you don't want them to play the whole game, but you don't want them to sit out. Maybe they do sit out. Again, for me, I like the Rams just because I'm hoping it's Carson Wentz comes into quarterback for if they sit out Stats Padford. Pittsburgh, I took it. They were a dog. Now they're a favorite. This tricky week for sure. Will be able to get more information on this, Markel, because they're going to say, maybe play a guy for a half. And then you got the incentive guys. Tennessee's a team of free agents. Think they don't want to come out and take their incentives? Get ready for going off season, say, I'm not a quitter. Carolina's got quitters on the team. I mean, that's just been a lost season. Team like Tennessee, I don't think the coach is going to let them go like that, especially the way they played today. Team money. I'm not getting on good old Pete Carroll roster. Yeah, stinks, but the issue is they are just good enough not to get good draft picks. I don't know, man. I kind of like some of their offensive players. I kind of like the wide receiver core. I think the running backs are all right. Offensive line's banged up. And defense, come on, man. Defense is a crapshoot. Some teams have good defenses one year, they're terrible the next. Yeah. T-Money says, take the dog, Money Line Markel. Take the dogs, he says. Because I want to know who's the QB for the Vikings. If Mullins is in, then I want Vikings team total over. If it's all, I want to take it under. Exactly. Like, what are you doing? You were in a playoff fight and you put this kid in here. Why? Is Mullins in? They were just down on the 9-yard line. They couldn't get anything. Obviously, they went for a touchdown. Who's QB in? George Lobo in the house. Welcome. Happy New Year, George. At this moment, I think the Ravens are the best team. I agree. I mean, they beat San Fran in San Fran pretty handily, and then they just destroyed Miami. So I got to give them a little step up over San Fran, but I think San Fran's very good as well. But this team is rolling right now. Holy cow. I mean, I had Baltimore. I was a little worried because you beat Miami on Monday night, or San Fran on Monday night. Everybody's going to run into you and be like, "Oh my goodness, see them last week." That wasn't the case. Didn't really get bet up too high. Playing really well and a good coach. Let's not shortchange the coaching here, people. Money Michael says, that's what I'm thinking. Team Money, I'll grab some dogs. Michael B says, whoever gave out the short prop, it was 170. I don't care, cash, horrible value on a prop. I know. I was just throwing it out there. I remembered the prop. I looked it up. I didn't say I liked it, but I said somebody had it. He's only thrown 5 picks on a season. So if you've had under all season, you have probably had a winning season, obviously, right? I mean, wasn't a bad year for you. George Ober says, Texans win next week in Indy. I don't know, man. This game here to me isn't over, George. I kind of dislike the over in this game. Colts at home. They play kind of crazy games, high scoring. They win some, they lose some. It's basically a pick 'em. It's a 1. Give me the over. T-Money says, don't say it, Sean. I know you don't agree. I know you say, hold on, fella, but Stroud has been the best QB with potential of teams that stink, and he just makes that offense boom. Stroud has had a nice season. I'm not going to say he didn't have a good season. What did I say? I said I thought Davis Mills should have probably got a chance because he didn't look terrible with a bad coach and not many guys around him. Stroud comes in, new head coach, new little vigor in the team, right? They're pumped up. Defensive guy, San Fran, winning mentality comes in. They had a good running back already. They brought in tight end from Dallas, solid. The two young wide receivers have good seasons. I mean, he's in a good situation. And as I say about the QBs, T-Money, how about the spots we're in? Who's your coach? Who are you throwing to? Who's behind you? I mean, Carolina, if Bryce Young had CMC behind him, how would he look? He was on Carolina. They got rid of him. How does the kid in New York look if he has an offensive line that doesn't have him under pressure and they're changing coordinators every year, and he could throw to some of the wide receivers or get his running back the ball a little bit? It's all about where you land. It's what I expect out of Mahomes. Big finish. I think the Pats win at home next week. I agree, George, over the Jets. Take the Jaguars first half against I forgot who they're even playing next week. The Titans. I mean, again, is it a game I'm going to run to? Probably not. Probably not. I don't think I'm going to have that game. T-Money says, I love the Jags. Tennessee offense even at home has been suspect. Yeah, but I mean, I got a coach who's going to come off a loss like that. I'm thinking he'll show a little heart. Again, I didn't bet it. Jags are not good. I wish I got there. Record their wins under 9.5. I don't think they're not good. I agree with you. I don't think they're a good team. Raiders own the Broncos. Raider Nation. Michael B. Here we go. I'm shocked. This don't listen to this guy, Mike. He's a Bay guy. Likes the San Francisco Giants. He thinks Steph Curry's a Hall of Famer. Eric says Jets fit my dog money line system, but I cannot stand their coach. Got to pass. Yeah, it's good because you got a worse record. It's a home team given less than 3. The Jets look anemic. Do you want to run out? You don't think Belichick wants to beat the Jets in his last game going out the door to take over San Diego, wherever he's going next? Broncos money line, I like it. Yes, I could do that one. T-Money says, I'm not even watching the other bowl games at the playoffs. I should show love to Liberty, but they may get killed. I lean over in that game. Erickson House, Carolina, and the points off of getting blanked. I don't know if I could take Carolina. I think I had them today. I thought they'd show a little fight. You had a win. You lost the game 33-30. You fought in that one. And then you just lay an egg versus a team with a backup quarterback who's lost 4 in a row and played like crap. I mean, I was totally wrong. You get shut out 26-0. Game, my guy. Happy New Year. Good to see you. Hope you had good holidays. Hope everything's good. Hanging in. I'm hanging in. Hope you are well as also, my friend. Good to see you. T-Money says you like Carolina, but not the Jets. I think that's just Eric. I think both are hot garbage. The Jets are better than Carolina. Jets are better than Carolina, but they're also playing a team I think is better than the Patriots. And you think Belichick wants to leave here? Losing to the Jets in his last game at home, T-Money? The Patriots in a whale, goat, lot, whatever. I don't know, whatever it is when you go to the lab and cook up something crazy. It's the Patriots. The Patriots. Eric says, T-Money, I'll be an ugly dogs always. I doubt I bet the Jets, their coach. It is. It comes down to coaching sometimes. You have to. Marie says, Browns to win the AFC. I think, why not take a shot? Good as any. Browns beating Baltimore in Baltimore. Oh, the humanity. George Oba says, is there any way anyone stops San Fran? Not in the NFC. They're going to the Super Bowl. I don't think the line. I'm not taking Goff against San Fran. I've seen that act before. We've seen that play out. Dallas will shoot themselves in the foot because that's what Dallas does. Their coach will make some derelict decision and cost them the game. We know that's going to happen in that spot. Phillies not getting there. Phillies not last year was a great year. This year still good. You found ways to win. I don't think San Fran at home is getting upset. I mean, who's giving them a shot in the NFC? You think somebody in the South is beating them? You think the Rams are going to get them? If the Rams upset people, somebody in take Detroit out of it. We just talked about Goff going there. Green Bay. And who? Philly or Dallas? I mean, Dallas maybe. I think they got the defense embarrassed last time they played, but it would be San Fran's the only way to go. Mullins is chucking it all over the joint now. Yeah. George says, how about betting the Rams against San Fran? Already got them, George. I said to take them here. Just so you know, it was one of the I think it was the first bet I made for next week. Rams 2.5. I took them. I'm hoping for a nice Carson Wentz party. Next up, T-Mike says, can this be a season where coaching wins over quarterback play? Steelers and Cleveland are well coached. I don't think anyone wants to see them. Why would you want to see either of those teams? I mean, Cleveland, what do you got to say? I mean, Flacco's just been unbelievable, and running back comes in. I thought that season was lost early. Quarterback situation, ridiculous. And the Steelers continue to get outplayed and outyarded and just ridiculous nonsense. I was wrong. I thought Rudolph would choke today. Bad spot. And my argument, you've heard on other shows, I've said it. You see backup quarterbacks come in, have a couple good games, and then they wet the bed or poop it in some cases. with no diapers. Not the case. Hats off to the Steelers. Michael B says, Happy New Year, Sean. I lost my only fantasy title game today, but second place. With a couple third place finishes should cover my fee, so I could not do better for you. What are you going to do in my league? We had a bunch of points, apparently, right? It just didn't work out. What am I going to do? What am I going to do? Eric says, I will take being up $1 every day versus the books. Exactly. T-Wayne says, Michael B, a buddy of mine keeps sending me his fantasy stuff. Seems like he can make a ton of cash. T-Money, like I say here, when we get into like the prop side of things, and again, going forward, maybe next year I'll have some more anytime touchdowns. But sometimes I do that with the Sunday night games. I'll put something up for a Thursday night anytime touchdowns. We did a few, right? We cashed a couple towards the end of the season here on the Browns with Njoku and Ford or whatever scoring TDs. It's just tough. I know you're just talking to Mike about it, but I'm just saying for me to add all that here, it's just a lot of stuff on the screens. I don't know. I might have to find a new place to do my videos or something to add more banners. T-Money says, Sean, do you dabble fantasy at all? No, I don't. I'm not a big fantasy player. I'm joined with a bunch of old guys I know from back in the day in Jersey, South Jersey. We do. I mean, again, I'm not a big fantasy guy. Baseball, I do baseball fantasy. I would do because I like baseball. It's my favorite sport. T-Money says Green Bay going to get the over for myself. Vikings have threw in the towel. So all right, that's good. What do we got? Are we in the 30s? What do we got? 33, 37? How are we? What's the score here in this game? Michael B says, Bear, keep talking about Curry, Sean. Tailback right there, Coleman, Kenny Anderson, Keith Van Horn. Yes, Keith Van Horn. You keep forgetting, I always bring up Drazen Petrovic, too. And my shooter to your shooter would be Drazen Petrovic over Seth Curry. How about Kendall Gill? Remember Kendall Gill? Kendall Gill was like jacked from Illinois. Not Johnny Gill. We're not going to be singing. This is a new edition with Johnny Gill. It's Kendall Gill. Who else are good old Nets? Reggie Jefferson. Kenyon Martin. Remember those teams? But I mean, I like Chris Morris. I go back. I take it back. 80s, 90s. More 90s, early 90s. T-Money. Maurice plus 1,500 on the Browns. Going at me betting crazy over here like a shake my idea. Don't show T-Money those kind of numbers. He'll go crazy for that. Lane says, Happy New Year, Hicks. Hit the like button for me. I appreciate it. Also hopped on the Giants 6.5 and New England money line as well. Probably take a late next week. Yeah, I'm with you, Lane. I mean, I grabbed the Giants. Yes. New England money line. Yes. Pittsburgh, the line's already moved from plus money, plus points to a favor now. But yeah, that one I don't really like that one too much with that line move. That is not something that is just wacky. I can't believe that one. That is crazy. New England, no. I'm going to grab New England here at a 120, whatever their favorite at here. It'll be a New England play here. Probably take a 120 on a money line. I think it'd be worth a shot. T-Money says, Niners will lose somehow by something stupid like a turnover or something. Niners can be touched, but it'll have to be the Lions or Eagles do it. I don't trust Dallas. Well, I mean, out of those, you trust the Eagles to do it? I don't think the Eagles will get in here. And the Lions, nice story. Goff, no. The guy will be having nightmares. No thanks. DC Capper in the house. All right, your day today. Philly loses outright. Terrible. I get it. I understand. I had the Cowboys when they lost to the Cardinals, so I understand the pain. Miami gets torched at Baltimore. Real brutal. I was on Baltimore, but I was on that before the Monday night game, DC. So I'm thinking they get trounced by San Fran and come back and have a big win over Miami. Could get the revenge from Miami scoring 28 on the fourth quarter last year. But I understand taking Miami in that spot. Hey, they just played a bad game versus Dallas and won. The world's going to be on Baltimore because they just beat the Niners. That's not a bad one. Carolina, I was on it with you. Terrible. The Vegas is a winner for it. There you go. Washington loses. I didn't hate that. I sort of liked Washington there. Although I ended up coming in with some first half stuff on San Fran will cost us. And here's the thing, though, DC. Tomorrow's Monday. It's a new day. Put this behind us, we move on. T-Money, how the heck has Green Bay had the ball for 6 minutes now? Game's going to put me to sleep. Do we got a score here? You said they're going to hit the over themselves. So are we in the third? We better be in the 30s. Tell me this game is 30-31 30-10 right now, T-Money. Please, God, do not let the 49ers win the Super Bowl. 49ers fans are insufferable. TD alert, Green Bay, 30-3. Excellent. Okay. So 30-3. I still need two touchdowns here. George says, let's take Cincy to win next week. Browns probably resting and Steelers and Ravens rest. I don't know if Steelers are going to come out and play. And the Ravens, just because the Ravens rest doesn't mean they're not going to try. That's why Steelers as a dog is one thing. I might come back and take the Ravens as a dog as well. Yeah, what are we doing? I do not want to take and think about fading. No way do I want to think that Harbaugh is going to have these guys lay an egg. No way. This guy wins in preseason, in routes. He does not take a day off. And to want to lose to the Steelers? No way. It's like the Patriots. They lose it to the Jets? Oh, no. Oh, no. No, thank you. That's not happening. It's a lay 120 with New England there. Last game ever for Belichick. Take that one. And now you're going to sign us up here to get the Browns at home getting plus points. I can't do it. No way. It's doggy Steelers, sure. That is missing now. Yeah. I think that's a Browns play. Excuse me. I think that's a Baltimore play there. And who are we really? Are the Browns resting a guy who's played how many games? How many games has he played? Let's pull up Flacco. Where's this great Cleveland offense? Five games. Tearing it up. 13 TDs. 8 interceptions, too, by the way. So he's good for a pick a game. But he's not clean, as they say. Little dirt on that outfit. I don't think they bench him next week. I want him throwing the ball. I know he's a veteran. Play a little bit. T-Money says, you roll your anytime TDs. Yeah, that's what I'll probably do. I'm ready for anytime RBIs. I know they're not called anytime RBIs, people. I'm just saying. Eric says, Michael, rest assured I have a future on San Fran winning all. No way they do it now. There you go. I got you covered, Eric. I know what you mean. Like he says, T-Money, it's tough to separate yourself sometimes. I play in a couple $1,000 leagues. It makes it tough playing, and I'm betting against who I'm playing in fantasy. Again, that's why I'm not a huge lover of fantasy. Yes, Kerry Kittles, Jason Kidd, Vince Carter, Van Horn, Kenyon Martin, back-to-back Eastern Conference champions. Eastern Conference champions. Put some respect on those Nets. Not the Nets. New Jersey Nets, not the Brooklyn Nets. Michael B says, Rams already moved to plus 3.5. Yeah, I don't know what that's about. I mean, is Stats Padford out? Are we getting a rookie quarterback? Or are we getting Carson Wentz show? I don't know. I'm still taking the Rams in the points here, Mike. Niners, they may play for a half and just that's it. I know they got the bye week. They rest up. Caffrey was injured this year. Dabo was injured this year. Was Purdy's. Why risk something here? Why risk it? Daniels in the house says Miami Buffalo under the 48.5. Interesting. You know what? Hold on a sec. How are these guys in Miami's? Let's see the head-to-head here. So 48-20, Buffalo crushed them. Last year, it was 32-29. Excuse me. 21-19 in Miami. That's right. I had that was that crazy ending to that game. And Buffalo has owned these cats. It's not even close. 48-20, 34-31, 32-29, 26-11, 35, nothing, 56, 26, 31, 28, 30. So we've had some close games of late. We had 2022 had some close ones. We have seen overs. I don't know. Miami's off a debacle. You give up 56 points, you think the defense shows up, but you lost your probably best guy. Howard's out, right? He's not playing? I mean, why do I think Buffalo's going to come out here? I want to say under. I don't know if Miami's going to score. And I'm not saying they're getting shut out. Can this game be 27-17? I mean, I like Buffalo. I'm on Buffalo. Picks from Dave in the house, my guy. Hope you're feeling better, Dave. I would have sent you a link to come in and say hello. Yes, look for players that are close to hitting our bonus incentives. Absolutely. Only way to, again, I'm not a huge, it's not fantasy, but player propping. This is the way to go in week 18. Eric says, always take plus money quarterbacks to throw an INT. Do this every week up 20 units. Really? Quarterbacks at plus money to throw ints. Bet the prop of the guys looking for incentives. I agree. Miami under, but Miami under? Bet. Miami Buffalo under. Oh, bet Miami. Okay, you're just fixing your comment. Again with this one, I would lean under because if we get a banged up two is hurt. Is Waddle going to be back? Chubb is out. Howard's hurt. Do I want to get involved with the total? I'd rather just take Miami. Play it safe. Excuse me, Buffalo. Take Buffalo. Minnesota moving the ball just fine. They keep getting penalties. I need 2 touchdowns here. Okay, Slater, which game didn't hurt for me today? Giants 9 for opponent return hurt. Colts can't give me a hook. Dallas yesterday. Well, Slater, let me tell you. Everybody's going crazy because they think the game was fixed for Detroit to lose. The fact was it was fixed for Dallas not to cover because they should have won that game. 2013 should have been the final score. I get you. I was with Dallas. I said Dallas in the over. Brutal. Colts. I get it. Bad number. It went to 3. At least could have got a push. I understand. I had Colts 3.5 myself. I had a 4 on one page. So not good. Not good. DC, Happy New Year to you also, Phil. Eric says, Mini recovered a muff punt. Higgs has life. Here we go. T-Mike says, Vikings going to score. TD, Green Bay fumbled. Well, let's get in there. Let's just get in first. Michael B's out of here. Great night. Please drive safe and drink responsibly. There you go. Call me if you need a designated driver. I'll come get you. Michael, Happy New Year to you. I'll see you next year. All right? See you next year. 30-10, 14 minutes left. All right, I'm alive here. 40. I'm alive. Major League Baseball, let's go. Already doing research for dogs. All right. On that note, tomorrow, New Year's Day, I'll be here for Midday Money. If you haven't already hit the like button, I do have. I got to go to the poll. Wait, before I close out the show, I got to go to YouTube and close out the poll of the fraud questions on the poll. I was gonna hit it with the old, "Hey, did you hit the like button?" I like that when I go to channels, and that's like the number one thing. So I'll do it now. I can't even hit the mute on the commercial. All right, real frauds. Dolphins are 54%. Yeesh. Dolphins leading away. All righty. I'm rolling on out of here.